Hello and welcome everyone. On the last stream, we started to write tests for our testing library using the testing library itself and get into some complications of bootstrapping a test runner before testing it. However, we implemented a simple test runner and a few convenience wrappers to write tests. And after the stream, I did a few more commits. That's actually quite a lot of commits that not yet merged into, not yet pushed into the main repository, but nevertheless. After the stream, I moved most of the test suits that we written in original library file into a separate module, into suitbl test. By the way, for some reason the completion operation is not finished and showing that one pending request is in progress, and I guess I need to fix it someday, but not today. Okay, what we do today? We continue to implement tests for our testing library, but also refactoring it. And I already wrote a lot of small tasks that will improve our library, and one of the improvements that we will do today will be splitting reporter from test runner, because we can reuse reporter in multiple test runners. And slightly changing the expectations of our macro usage. For example, right now you can use is as a top level macro outside of test case. But what I think will be more convenient, more consistent and explicit is using assert macro only inside a test case. However, we will keep the ability to execute assert macro outside of test suite and outside of test case, just to see what it returns and to use it interactively in REPL or evaluating in buffer. But when you use assert macro inside test suite without test case wrapping it, it will throw warning or error or something like this. I'm Andrew Tropin. I work on operating systems and programming languages and do a lot of free and open source software along the way. And today we continue to work on our testing library, which is free and open source, by the way. Okay, one thing I want to do first is to restart my REPL, because the spinner is kinda annoying and requires fixing, but not today. Also, I committed a lot of comments that I had during the discussions and my thought process, and also I moved most of the auxiliary stuff as, for example, questions, comments, and probably some helpers from our library to testing module to make the library itself cleaner. The idea is that library should be like very simple, so anybody can take a look at it and immediately understand what is happening. And I will move this thing here as well. Let's see that we have almost everything committed. Remove stale import and and comments. Okay, I guess let's start from our task list. Oh, for some reason I accidentally commented this one. Commit, fix up, move questions, profiling, commit notes. Boom. Hello. I have a guest over here. Say hi. She's a bit shy. I have another guest over here. She is not that shy. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to work. My emotional support guests. Okay, I need to commit this change to this commit. I added check suitbl make target. Whoa. No. I made a suitable check target. Whoa, what happened? Okay. We have let's comment it because it uses Surfy 197 and it's not yet imported in this module. It throws an exception. Okay, check suitable target. This target just executes a function, a simple Guile function. Yes, read it from the disk. This one, it executes run tests from suitable tests. That's it. That's all the target does. And cool thing about it, I can execute it and see the output of our test runner. However, this long output may be not that useful, especially right now. The only thing we are really interested in is the return value, so we can see if it fails or not. However, the return value doesn't depend on passing tests. You can see that some asserts are failing, actually. Right? That's why our CLI test runner will also provide some tooling to make it easier to run it from CLI and to return non-zero value if some test cases failing. However, we will do it later. Right now, the most convenient thing that we can rerun tests easily, all the tests of the namespace, by just pressing one hotkey or typing make check suitable. I guess we will use it today, and also we'll probably work on our test runner to make it a bit nicer integrated into CLI. suitable tests. Why this stuff is not removed yet? What happened? Add check suitable. It has okay. This one introduces this code into commit. So let's try again. Commit, fix up. Into this one. We mailed this change into the previous commit, and it automatically get rebased. And now if you take a look at this commit, at the bottom you see there is no additional stuff. Okay, good. We cleaned up everything that we needed. Now we can actually go and implement those tasks. Why this task is still present? Okay, because remove profiling, because I didn't remove it. That's it. This task is already finished. Let's add this change to corresponding commit. Move tests and add todo to separate model. Cool. Implement test runner message. Run. Stop jumping, please. Run suit or run suits, which executes test suit and returns execution summary. Implement schedule and run tests message type. Implement schedule and run tests message type. That sounds good. It's basically the same to do that I wrote 2 times, and later I put them together so you can easier address them and remove them after it's implemented. So what we basically need here, we need one more operation, so we can do the following stuff. Test runner, suitable, reset blah blah blah, test suit, throws exception, test runner output. Okay, let's come up with test runner name. I guess a good name will be default. Where's our default test runner? Default get test runner. Okay, here we have one minor design decision which is related to how our test runner is instantiated. Right now, we always have a thunk which returns a test runner, which is actually okay. Which is okay because we need to bake state into the closure that will be created by this thunk. Let's remove it. Let's rename it. Let's keep it, but let's rename it. Instead of default get test runner, it will be create suitable test runner create suitable test runner. Just like this. Sounds good, right? First of all, we called it a suitable test runner, so it's kinda okay as our library. Create means that we actually instantiate a new one and can operate on it. That means that we also need to find default get test runner and rename it. Create suitable test runner. Create suitable test runner. The thing I miss right now in ID is a capability to rename all the symbols here. We again have pending request for completions. Why we don't get the response? It's kinda annoying. Completions, status done, completions 0. Why it's not removed? What the heck? What's the ID, by the way? Okay, thank you very much. Oh, something went into my eye. Pending requests, key 66. Let's see. 65, 67. Where's 66? We didn't get the request. What the? How this happened? I see 65 and 67. But one request disappeared. Very, very funny. On which side we lost our request? Who didn't send it or who didn't receive it? Okay, I need to do a very important thing. REPL bootstrap loop raise exception. Atomic box ref port closed. it will be hard to quickly add the logging logic I want. I wanted to log the original bandcode message, but because we have a bandcode parsing as a part of our event loop, and we read from the port, which is a side effectful operation. Adding the print of such message would require us to also roll back our port to the state before reading, which is doable, but will require some time. Okay, I will just restart our REPL one more time to avoid this annoying pending message. And maybe I just need a function for cleaning up pending requests to temporarily work around this. But let's go back to our test runner. I am going off topic a bit. We have a test runner. We need to export it first. Suitable. We need to export it. Reset test environment. Create suitable test runner like this, and here let's evaluate. Get evaluated. Create suitable test runner, and it returns test runner indeed. Now what we want to send a message. The message type will be run and schedule and run tests, and it will accept suits, which will be a list containing base test runner. Make exception with message. Okay. IS9 exceptions, I guess. Nice. Now we need to commit it. Commit nodes, remove stale import, I guess to this one. What you are looking for, my friend? Okay, we committed it. Now we have an exception that we need to handle. How we will handle? By implementing the message, of course. Here we need to add one more handler. Schedule test suits. how we schedule them? Actually, by going through for each assoc ref x test suits, and what we do with them, we just call them. So lambda test suit like this, and now schedule and run tests. Maybe it's better to be more verbose here and be more explicit here. Schedule and run test suits. What we will do? Let's do nothing for now. Okay. And now let's this is the first time I'm facing this issue. The issue is that I can't reference this test runner from inside it. I just don't have a reference to it. What I want to schedule test suits and run scheduled test cases. I'm not sure if it's a dog or a cat, because every time I close the door, she likes. Okay, can I go inside? And when it goes inside, it immediately losing her interest in being here. You know what? I will close the door. To work around it, to work around this small hole in our OOP implementation, we can just move those methods Now she wants to go outside. Okay, my friend, I will close the door. We get distracted by emotionally supported. Now let's do our trick, our small trick working around our limitation. Define run scheduled test cases for x. Message. Atomic box ref state. Oh, actually we don't even need anything here. Run schedule test cases. Why we have this code here? Because this one treated as a symbol inside our case macro, and this one should reference the function, and it should work well. And here will be schedule test suits message. Define schedule tests suits message. Okay, it seems good. Let's try to run it. Whoa, what happened? What is error 139? What the exceptional situation? Am I doing something horribly wrong? Okay, this one works. If I do this trick, this one also works. when I do this trick, I guess it will also work. Schedule test suits. Wrong number of arguments. This is quite interesting. Let's try this one. Wrong type argument in position 1. Okay. Probably the message was misleading. X. Whoop. Okay, let's split into steps. Schedule test suits like this. Okay, and let's comment it, or just let's call this one. A bit mind-blowing. Schedule test suits, right? We have a function. Schedule test suits. We also need to set ourselves as a test runner before actually executing all the parentheses. I guess we can easily work around it by very simple trick. We will introduce another function, schedule and run test suits, which accepts test runner and test suits. And what it will do, it will parameterize current test runner to test runner. And we'll schedule the tests suits like this, and after that test runner, and we'll call the message of type run scheduled test cases. Probably we need call get summary. This is basically what we want. Okay, that means that our implementation here, schedule test suits, is not needed. Schedule and run test suits, create suitable test runner, and list okay, talking about naming test suits. Contain prefix, suffix. Which will distinguish subject test. Even will help it. Will make it clearer. Not okay, we got the same problem here, I guess. Wrong number of arguments to atomic box. Base test runner. Okay, okay. The problem lies somewhere else. No, my friend, no, not today. Go for a walk. Wrong number of arguments. Okay, I somehow managed to break our test runner. Boom, boom, boom. I guess the change can be related to this one. Run scheduled test cases. And if we place it back, oops. Okay, okay. This one somehow broke the test runner. This one works. This one works. This one works. Okay. Display. Let run summary. Format flash summary. Okay, good. Another question that I have: do we need to use a record or the lambdas as I do right now, lambdas with messages for test runner? But let's postpone it. Let's say we done with it. Suitbl and export test runner. Maybe we will rename it back later to default test runner, but suitable test runner also sounds fun. Oh. Commit extend, commit reward, rename and export default test runner, add schedule. I implemented this functionality some time ago, like a few years ago, but I still find it very useful. I use it not very often, but like it's so much easier than picking different parts of commit inside my Git buffer when I can do it just in my regular buffer. Let's work on this task. Without test case Arab. Or maybe let's fix our tests first. How about this one? Okay, let's fix at least this one. I'll set it's surfy1. So let's just import it, surfy1. fails here. Let's comment them first. Error message is good. And we'll come back to them later. One more fail test. Is outside of test case. Throws exception. This is definitely an exception, and we are expecting exception here, but we expect the different one, I guess. Get 7 test runner. Default run assert. Okay, it comes from test runner itself. Assert sunk. Let's see what we get. We get true. We get true while we have to get an exception. Okay, this is a good test to fail, and now you can work on it. Implicit. Let's work on this one. First of all, let's reset test environment, but use our usual test runner. Okay. Now let's restart the test. Which test it was? This one. Let's see. Can be nested. Oops, this one is wrong. This one. Past one failed 0. Okay. Okay, we just executed run assert. And it's automatically wrapped in a test case, but we don't wrap it anymore. This while the test fails. Let's restart and let's see. We are interested only in failing tests. And all tests pass. False. Passed 0, failed 1. Right. Oh. Okay. Am I missing something? Did I forget to evaluate? Suitable. Evaluate. Suitable test. Evaluate. Okay. Run this. Failed 1. If I run it from CLI, failed 0. Doesn't look right. I guess I know what is the problem. Because right now it fails for some other reason, like undefined variable or something. Expecting atomic box. Return false. Okay, first of all, let's fix the fact that our test passes. Throws exception. What we expect it to say? While our current approach of wrapping is automatically in test case is a bit easier for the users of the library, however, it's more implicit and maybe harder to understand. So I would like to deny such use of is without test case. Now let's restart our tests. Now it fails. I want to write a wrapper exception message equals lambda syntax case stakes. Now what we accept? We accept exception message, string, message, and expression, and what it wraps into expression message, something like this, exception flow erase exception, make exception. False. Hello. Begin expression, raise exception, make exception with message, exception with message, okay. I need to write a task. Make this macro. Useful. Okay, we put it for later. Wrong argument in position 1, expecting atomic box. Can you be more specific, please? With exception handler exception, right? Lambda display backtrace make stack current error port. What the? Okay. Oh, we actually already on the line we're looking for. Let's just write it as a test. Right? Is usage test case. It's surprisingly a lot of things in such a small library, and it's not even small anymore. So much details. Come on, let's go for a walk, guys. We will cuddle later. I guess the problem is test case events. Test case events. Oh, maybe the problem in reset environment. No. Test case. Yeah, I guess we need to reset it. However, yeah, we need to reset it. So you fail in case it's not set. What the... How it works? Create suitable test runner. Okay. That means that our is doesn't return. That our is doesn't return a value. So let's fix it. It doesn't return a value because it wrapped into test case, and if we remove it, it should produce value now, right? Okay, now it produces exception. Exception. Test case. When test case. When test case. Pum 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 pum. That's good. Let's revolve this one. Where our test? Here it is. Nice, very nice. It returns true. That means that our test will pass now. Test case is outside of test case. Let's see. What I have here. See it left. I could just PK here, like this. Okay. I think we are back. It's a mobile connection, so probably the quality won't be very good. So I will just wrap up the stream and we'll finish here. Vishwa Gaming, I want to learn coding. If you want it, do it. Why not? Sometimes it's even fun. Okay, we've done a lot of improvements for our test runner and library in general. Before the stream, we moved also some helper functions and other stuff. And we went through the list of TODOs and tried to implement a few of them. And the most important one that we've done today is related to how asserts are executed. And now asserts can be used only inside test cases. Probably I finished the implementation outside of but right now you can see the test here. This one throws an exception when we use is assert inside test suite but outside of test case. However, we still can use assert on its own, and it is tested here. So we removed implicit test case wrapper and made it a bit more explicit, but the functionality to run asserts on their own still present, which is quite good. We have a lot of work to clean up the library further, but overall I'm quite happy with today's progress and with overall progress on the library. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and see you in a bit.